floor clean, so we're gonna see what we can do. I've never used this machine before, so bear with me. Hello, sorry about that. Watch a couple videos on the machine first. I think I got it though. One thing, if you can look it up, I don't know if I should be using the bleach and stuff on the wood. So I think you already cleaned this up here. Where are we supposed to be cleaning this? Downstairs, right there. Yeah, he's calling.
Why are y'all scrubbing the holes up here?
He had already started. That's what I was just telling you.
Right, okay, all right. So it goes here, goes to that one there.
That's for all three, right? That's what I had it on. I was trying to get this cleaned up real quick so we could take it downstairs. They said there was just a vacuum mode and scrub.
It's still, yeah, I mean, if you want this scrub and vacuum, it's over here. And then water, this is water vacuum and scrub.
Yeah.
Which will operate.
I got you.
All right,
So let's check a couple videos on it.
All right, look here. So this is your recovery tank, and it's folded up because I put that cleaner in it. That's it. You just lift this up, carry it, pour it out. Same level this is your water and chemical.
Yeah. I know that already.
What'd you put in it?
That bleach.
Are you supposed to put that in this machine?
I didn't see anything that you weren't supposed to. Does it take a certain type of liquid?
Yeah, it's up there.
Okay.
All right. Now, I knew I had to come over here. All right, so downstairs, sweep the best you can first, where you don't have a lot of that excess drywall dust, and then run that machine and just try to pick up the floor. Pick up an empty gas line in the house.
Oh. You don't know what you don't know, I guess. Yeah, it's expensive. Me and him get that machine down the stairs, can't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's James at?
He was just being all sorry. Alright, I'm gonna get this cleaned up real quick. Do you have a pad for that thing or a mop so I can just clean up the rest of that real quick?
Look in the garage and see if there's a mop laying out there. But other than that, it don't really matter.
Okay.
This thing will get mopped and swept and
That's true.
mopped and swept. It does smell a little better here today, doesn't it?
Yeah, I honestly, I got in here, I watched a couple videos on it, I was just trying to get moving, so that's my fault. I should have waited for instruction. I was just trying to get moving.
Well, if your brother would have been on time, you would have known.
He had to run over to the warehouse.
Oh, he's always got to do something.
Downstairs. Just wondering where you were at.
All right, boys. I'll see you later.
Okay. You'll be back over here?
What's that?
Will you be back over here?
I'm going to try to get back over.
Okay.
Well, if I don't,
Just the bottom floor today?
yeah, get that done, be done.
Okay. We will do it. Good luck over there. What's going on?
We cut a fucking gas line in this house.
Who did?
I don't know, somebody, whoever's doing work over there.
Jesus. That's a big old fuck up.
How do you get that door open?
Screwdriver.
Oh, okay, that's what. I tried just jerking on it.
No.
This didn't seem like it.
It won't.
The actual like handle and rod not around anywhere, I guess. Nice today too. Yeah. At least for now.
I mean, that machine's easy enough to use, so. As long as we get the floor clean. It's just swollen. Alright.
Water fucking absorbed.
What?
Depends on how much water. Mantle,
Okay.
get the mantle done, and then we'll pile everything up there off the floor. I am live right now, I don't know.
Yes.
Get your 360 back yet?
No, not yet. I'm excited about it though, for real.
It's pretty wild.
That's fucking crazy, isn't it? There's still honest people out there, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I had that thought when I was driving around that there was a couple places where you could have slung it off into the grass. You know, if it's off in the grass, you're not going to spot it.
No. But, dude, Nita went live last night and her fucking chat went nuts. She went from 795 to like 895 just last night. So she's sitting at almost 900. She was over 900 last night, but it seems like you lose a couple every now and then. And I don't know if that's just people going back and unsubbing or if that's bots or what.
Both. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm sure that.
she gained over 100 subscribers last night.
Sweet. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm sure that YouTube's always removing bot accounts just like every other platform is.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, he fall.
We're doing the groans. When I come in, he was telling me, he was like, man, I'm 75 years old. I ain't even got to be doing this shit. He was like, the extra money helps though. I really like my beard. Yeah, just one broom. There should be another big one around here somewhere. Oh, and there's one out back on the porch as well. Glad everything's dry we're dealing with now. Yep. Yeah, it smells a whole lot better from here. I need to get him some smoke odor enzyme candles so he can light them and just let them burn down here. Wonder if that would help. This is a thick ass layer of dust on this. That thing has a vacuum mode on it. So if we can get most of it, we should be able to pick up the rest of it. We just damn shot back to get in here and get all these cracks. Yeah. Don't forget that bit kit. Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was doing the right thing, getting in and getting moving instead of just standing around. But evidently I should have just waited. Yep, I can't wait. Of course, he's planning on being here, but yeah, he called me as I was coming down Russell Road. What? He called me as I was coming down Russell Road. Oh. I'm gonna go grab a normal broom and hit the edges so you can just plow through the other stuff. Cool? Yeah. Start in there real quick.
For sure.
But yeah, the thing's only got like a 2-hour battery life.
What? Yeah. The what? Oh,
Runtime.
yep.
I'm gonna try to get it sparkling down here. Or is at least as sparkly as it can get.
Like it's a gamble, I've never seen that where the machines all down there. So you get dangerous, buddy.
That would be cool.
Little speakeasy.
Uh,
Little speakeasy. With the hidden door, cover the walkout stairs.
yeah.
What's the password?
Yeah.
I dig it. I like it.
That dangerous bounce.
Oh, not too bad. All right, man. Oh, next one. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, that's what I was hoping is I could get it by Friday. Yep. Yep, that'll work. Yep. Just keep going. Yeah, that's what I blew the whole first of the week. We just got in that
Xometry. We just had all of our onboarding interviews and stuff. It's like you know what it is? It's for like machinists, for machine shops, and so it's like a online marketplace. And so yeah, we just you have to do a test card and then interviews and stuff, and we just finish all that up this week and have access to that job board and stuff.
I'm over here now.
Yeah. Xometry. Yeah, with an X. Yeah, a lot of shops use it when they got machines that aren't running, or just a lot of little garage guys are using it just to do a lot of new jobs and stuff. Yeah, it's sort of kind of, yeah, it's Xometry is got more of a hold on like everything kind of passes through them and money and everything. But yeah. 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 Yeah, that was kind of our thing when we bought that mill was to go right for that so we could get some jobs and some experience coming in before while we talk about local work and, production runs and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Do but those were kind of like harder stuff, or they needed it, or they needed it really fast, and we don't have metal on hand, so we got a couple days basically to be able to get metal, and so. I don't know yet. I hadn't been paying attention long enough to keep track of, if they've gone up or not, but I assume they have. I mean, all the aluminum, most of our aluminum comes out of Canada. And so a lot of steel out of China. But China's had a 25% steel import, or steel import for, I don't know, 6 or 8 years or something now. I think Trump put it in his first go around. Yeah, no, I kind of, those are like foundries and stuff are just huge CapEx investments, and they take, years, better part of 10 years to get one up and going. So, yeah, no, it's so much. And regulations. Get building the EPA and stuff.
Hey everybody, what's going on, Sponge?
Yeah, I mean that's I'm sure they all got computers. They had there's a good purpose there, for what they did when they did it. But no matter what they're gonna do.
Hope everyone's having a great day. This is gonna be my foreseeable future. Joe, what's up, Joe? How are you? We're working somewhere else today. We're in a house. Thank you, baby. If you haven't already, don't forget to check out her on YouTube. She's got a lot more subscribers than me, and she's a lot prettier. Y'all ain't gonna get me to 100 likes. There's no way, not right now. I appreciate it though. Y'all can try shit. I'm all one for trying, but good luck. And Sponge, if you're chasing tornadoes like that, you really should be live streaming that shit. I am in the basement of a house that is being remodeled. Woot woot. It's stinky and dirty, and it pays pretty good. You don't have hands for that? I'll be your mod. But hell, I would just put it up while you're driving around and talk to people. I got you. That'd be pretty cool. I'd watch you. I like tornadoes. Well, when they're not happening to me, they're pretty cool.
I've never been to a windmill.
We've almost made it all the way around the biatch. Yeah, probably. That would be pretty cool to see you and Davey chasing naders together. Get my big broom, put it somewhere, pushing everything this away. It's gonna be a long day. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to get bad here. Hit us up if you're close. We're in Southern Kentucky, just so you know. Big old spider. I don't want no problem, big spider. You're a wolf spider. Go away. I don't want to kill you, so you should watch out. Go, little buddy. So much dust. This broom's tall. You're breaking my back with that little broom. What the hell? That's not right.
Yeah, right. Okay. Cool. We got the command over in with a bunch of coils on it.
Nice. That'll help.
Yeah, they get overnighting it to us, so.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, his, Jason, our rep there, his brother's, machine.
That's cool. Very nice. I think there's definitely money to be made there.
Well, I guess you got this room, huh?
More or less. It's this and this piece of paper. I'm trying to get some of it off the floor so we're not pushing it around constantly. I already swept the sides of that other wall. Too.
Which one? Yeah.
Big old Wolfie. He did not like the dust bath he got.
Which way are you trying to record?
Oh, I was recording over there. I forgot. That's my brother. So one of the guys we've been watching, he's like a trained firefighter and all that, but evidently he also chases tornadoes. Pretty cool.
It's kind of funny that like storm chasers are like one of the cool things to do now.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty fascinating. I don't know that much about weather and weather cycles and all that, so.
Wonder if it's from a bunch of kids growing up watching Twister.
He's about my age too, I think. He's probably maybe a little bit younger than me, I believe. I don't know.
But yeah, it seems like over the last, hell, not even maybe 5 years that, you know, I mean, I remember when Reed Timmer kind of started like in early.
The Dominator, the old school one. Probably, honestly, that Discovery Channel show where he was in.
Yeah.
That was big there for a little bit, I believe.
So yeah, I mean, I remember that in like, I don't know what that was, like 11 or 12. Something like that.
We can turn the Dodge into a storm chasing machine. If we could ever get some time away from the shop, man, I'd be down. I mean, that's kind of the dream, right? To get paid to travel.
Yeah.
Or at least be able to make money while you're traveling instead of just spending money. Guess that's the thing with all these travel bloggers. They already have money to travel, so I guess it makes it a little bit easier. Both them off. Oh wow, that's different. It's got a female instead of a male on the end of the stick.
So he said they're shipping out of Missouri now. And, but yeah, first he said probably like Monday, and whatever. First he said Wednesday, and I was like, but then he's like, I got my days wrong. He said Monday. But then we were talking, and he was like, he said, well, it's gonna be 2 days. He's like, it's gotta be shipped to Missouri, and then overnight it out to you. And so, like, are they shipping from New York to Missouri, and then everything out of Missouri for some reason? It sounds like it.
I wonder if they're just gonna move their headquarters down there.
Or maybe that's it, maybe they're in process of moving.
I mean, as much damn money as they make, I would definitely move to a friendly state.
Yeah, I guess it's Missouri, because I mean, that's where they moved to.
Especially, well, I mean, somebody that big can come in and, I mean, flexing a lot of money in New York ain't gonna get you very far, unless it's like a lot, I feel like. But Missouri, shit,
You'll be king of the Ozarks.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the money in Missouri is a lot different than the money in New York.
Yeah, I mean, a couple $100 million in New York ain't really.
Not for those guys.
They wouldn't let New
kyrillious, BGT.
There's a lot of companies headquartered in Delaware as well. Kind of a thing to do.
Aren't they pretty rich up there too?
Well, I think the state has a lot to do with all the businesses not registered there. But yeah, they've got like no corporate tax. But yeah, they've got some kind of, they don't have tax in Delaware, and so all like Google and Facebook and all the big companies, that's where they're headquartered at. Or was it someone just, oh, Tesla was headquartered in Delaware, and they just swapped theirs to Texas.
Bro, Texas is killing it. The last 5 years, I feel like. Should we dump out all the bleach stuff I put in there? We'll put it down, suck it up either way. If we got to do it twice.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't gonna hurt anything, that's for damn sure.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I'm just me and my brother here trying to get this floor clean. Is this one good? Can I try it?
Yeah. It's a little floral.
That works.
Look at that.
Huh.
That's a trip.
I like how you can use it without.
It ain't as strong, though.
What?
It doesn't hit nowhere near as strong.
Did you put it on boost?
Well, I mean, without the battery pack.
Oh, I got you.
But no, it's nice.
It's got a good taste to it.
When I went to bed last night, I took the battery off of it. It just had the little round one.
Nice.
It'd be nice if it wasn't thumbing around though.
Rolling around all the
Yeah,
time.
it's big and awkward to hang on to with one hand. I mean, with just a couple fingers. I was like my beeper, I can like hold it between my pinky and ring finger, like when I'm playing on my phone and stuff.
Wolf spider, go somewhere else. Okay. Come on. There you go. That'll work. Right between the bricks.
Just need to move this thing out of the way.
Yeah. I wanted to bring the machine down and try to get this spot clean, and then we can move it back over here.
Yeah. You want to slide it and sweep under real quick?
Yeah, we can.
There you go.
Just back over.
Awkward.
Dude, that video Steph put together was pretty fucking cool.
Which one?
Where you use multiple angles. I dig that. That's
Doing the meta glasses and the
yeah.
and something else. Yeah.
No, especially having them synced up like that was pretty.
Yeah, she spent a lot of time getting those.
She told me. Hopefully it'll be worth it. mean, it's pretty cool watching the journey either way. Because y'all just keep getting better at a pretty rapid pace.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out what to actually make videos about instead of just like, I don't really plan ahead.
Just make stuff.
Yeah.
People I've seen. Hell, I've seen even videos of people just speeding it up and doing their prints, like, without them in it.
Yeah, just time lapse.
Common printer issues, fucking, just whatever, fixing stuff. I mean, the issues you ran into whenever you were first starting,
Yeah.
I think would probably be a really good start. I think watching the film's pretty cool too.
Looks like generally a couple jobs an hour come through that telemetry board.
Nice. Did y'all sign up for one yet?
Nah. There's really just been one that we could have done, and we were about to bid on it, and someone grabbed it before us. We were gonna accept it. But yeah, we hemmed and hawed too much on it because it was steel.
Yeah.
Well, you never cut steel, but I guess it's kind of that easily machinable steel.
Nice. You wanna help me grab this machine real quick?
Not a carbon steel, so we should be able to do it.
I'll let you grab the front end, I'll grab this other end. Fucking good idea. He set you up. I'm back. Oh no, what?
Hey, go get my hot tub, Kevin. Does it have a clutch somewhere? Pull it up. No, like, tilt it back to you. Yeah.
Go grab my phone charger real quick.
I'll have shit with me.
The outlets in this place.
Oh, yeah.
You got the camera? Hell yeah. Was he a pretty cool guy? Just a chill dude.
Chill guy. I think he was old, is what he was saying.
Alright, we're gonna start back here and see what we can accomplish. Can you lean this back for me?
Yeah. Same thing as you. Ooh, she's looking better already. We're definitely gonna have to mop some of these corners or something. But I assume this won't be the first clean. Or the last cleaning, I mean. Probably not. Gotta get it done.
Is it good? Go ahead and edit it up if you want. But put in like the return, make it into a short and a long form. So it's got a squeegee on it or something. And that's why I was leaving the hose in the corner. I'm not giving it the head enough time to rotate around and for the squeegees to start grabbing it. This thing's fucking easy to use. Like, this isn't serious. I mean, yeah, basically. I feel like I need one of these for my house. take you guys out here. Hopefully this works. Beautiful. She said it was really, it's awesome footage, and I'm assuming she means the 360 camera that fell off. So hopefully that's a good video.
Yeah, that was funny. But that little piece of stick on it probably flew well. There's a good chance it may have just flew in like a nice little dart fashion.
Fucking lawn darts itself off into the distance.
That's what make it be really good. That's something you brought with you?
Oh yeah, I guess they're gonna make like fruit leather.
Good.
Like the fruit.
Wouldn't be cool if it was. Those are pretty. Make the whole fruit. That's awesome.
Man, I'm glad companies are starting to go that way.
That all artificial bullshit. Did you see where they banned all the petroleum-based dyes, food coloring?
Did they?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Probably good.
Go into effect in 26.
26?
Into 26, yeah.
Oh, into, okay, the year. I got you. And our next president's not just gonna change that.
First degree. Sugar, more sugar.
Oh yeah, we knew that.
Stabilizer, citric acid, vitamin C. Actually doesn't have syracuse for coloring. Actually doesn't have to go on their side.
I think it'll lead to a healthier America, that's for sure. Which we could definitely use.
It's definitely gonna hurt.
What?
I said it's definitely gonna hurt.
Bro, like, have you seen some of the parent TikTokers and all that? They've been talking about red dye number 40 and all that. Evidently, it causes like pretty severe emotional issues, like not being able to control their emotions. I don't know how much of that's true.
Trying to kill the autism.
But it's just it's crazy.
That's what my crowd is like. It becomes like ADHD, autistic, some flavor. And but yeah, that's the joke. It's taking away our trying to extinguish it, taking away before they peel it all off, or not peel it off. Do no more of it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If that shit has a good, or like a big improvement. Post on Facebook, what, you know, we don't send it RFK about it, about this comment. What did RFK say about autism? Basically the same thing. Yeah, I mean, he wants to figure out we need to figure out the cause, and he made this comment about, you know, that that they can't hold down jobs, you know, that they struggle in life, they tear apart families, yada yada. And of course everyone takes it as that means all of them except for the ones he's actually talking about. Right. And I mean, if you look at the worst cases, I would probably say that's very good. And I mean, imagine having a non-communicating kid. They just sit in the corner and fucking stare at the carpet or stare at the wall or like. It would be tough for sure. Where me and her had the conversation, that's why we get that early test. Freak out if there's food touching each other on the plate, or if they don't have a rest on the plate. Or like, I mean, they already do that. And that's what I'm saying, like, the really bad cases are really bad. Yeah. And if we can avoid that, I mean, I think it would lead to a better life for everyone involved. Yeah, I mean, that's like, I don't just thought, yeah, but at the same time, I know where else. I got a lot of shit that I have to deal with that I didn't have to deal with. Of course, that's true with everyone. So I just take my problems and suck it up and get on with it. I think if I was in anything got tested, I would probably be surprised with all the shit they diagnosed me with at 15 days. I'm curious. With a lot of them, like, they're clusters. You know, there's not like, you can't do like a test for autism. Right. And so they give you a test, and if you have, you know, they got a big cluster of all the different symptoms, and if you have so many of the symptoms, they consider you, you know, some form of autistic. Now, whether it's nonverbal or it's, you know, Asperger's or like all the way to like bipolar disorder and mania and stuff are on the edges of all of that as well.
That's kind of where I'm talking about, the bipolar and the ADHD. And I do think nowadays they might call it something different than they did when I was young.
Just the classification of things, so I think you can't test for it, so it's all kind of subjective to, you know, and as our understanding of it's evolved.
You need to the camera this way.
Think about that thing. I'm trying to get better at doing them. But yeah, I would be really curious to have like a modern day doctor's take on it. But I'm kind of in the boat. It's not going to change anything.
No, I mean, unless, you know, a heavy elimination diet fixes the problem. But
I put some extra water on these spots. Try to get the pumps up. That's what this is. This is vacuum water and scrub. This one's water and scrub. This one's vacuum and water.
what is that? Extra water?
Just water and scrub help. So I can get this spot real good and come back to it. All those clumps are hard to get up. They're stuck on. Glad I watched those videos beforehand.
It was just like a quick little like 4-minute video. It was like the first thing I did when I walked in. Yeah, I kind of like this machine. It reminds me of a bucker. I always enjoyed bucking. It was just satisfying.
Almost drowning in Fillmore Park yesterday.
Man. Like, that's a kayak pull out there.
How do you get out? When is she done?
Yeah, I don't know. And over it? Damn. Hell yeah. They're throwing nails at us. We got a quad out. Honestly, I like RFK.
Then we'll see what gets done.
What?
Then we'll see what gets done.
Except who?
No, tried to steal copper wire. Fried his ass.
Oh God, that's bad. Yeah, that's one thing. If you're gonna be yoinking wire, especially out of some utility stuff, you guys know what the fuck you're doing.
They were fucking voltmeter, like a flameless voltmeter with me. As much power's running through that thing, gonna let you know.
What are the snippers?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, you need to know at least a little something about electrical shit.
Like, touch it and see if it's vibrating before you fucking try to do it.
A lot of that stuff you can like hear the electricity flowing through. Oh.
If it's something like 440, like big fucking voltage, you're like, it's Kevin next to it, or it's Willie next to it. Fucking Indian and Pakistan about to go at it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had someone in her live last night. They were like, send your kids to Pakistan. They will be great fighter pilots for Pakistan. And it's like, bro, you haven't seen my kids. I don't think y'all would take my kids, first of all. Like, they are entirely too white. I just don't feel like it would happen that way over there. My kids are about as white as they come. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to deal with the sunburn and all of that shit. Uh-oh. That's a different sound.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yard?
Yeah.
Lizard!
Oh, shit. Yeah. Run through it all.
Yeah, you want to fill it up? Or if you're busy over there. Ain't doing shit up. So did he tell you which cleaner to actually use up here?
Nope.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. Had to load a fridge. Hello. Hi, everybody. A 100 people deep? That's crazy. That's insane. Hold on. That don't seem right. That's a bit nutty. I definitely wouldn't. Fuck that. You don't need a license that bad. If a cop pulls you over, tell them you've got an appointment for like whenever the next appointment in Bowling Green is. I wouldn't travel. If they're gonna make it that difficult to renew a license, I mean, they really can't hold it against you.
We got a big problem right now. The lines are long. I
She
see,
said it was 100 people yesterday.
yeah, I see basically several times a week, I see people posting that's got a line like that.
That's insanity. I mean, but hell no, I wouldn't. I'm not fucking. I wouldn't travel. That's just me. They need to fix that shit. They've been fine for years. would just call up there. You probably need to call and talk to them.
Oh yeah, they released Oblivion remake yesterday.
Nice. Hell yeah. I would love to play it. Unfortunately, I don't think I have enough time to devote to it.
Oh, you remember this one?
Yeah. Hey, you want to help me squeeze this back?
The wolf spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's running behind it. Oh.
It was actually fairly nice. Trying to clean up some of the messy streets now.
Seemed like it went way faster than last time.
I was dumping more water. Probably it. But
Would you just fill this one up in the sink?
yeah.
Would you have like a cap full?
I just poured some in. I love you. Just taking a quick break.
Did you find your vacuum cleaner, Karen, or did you ever go look?
Hello.
What's up, bud?
We get some water down here.
Going over it a second time after it dries, just kind of get up some of the other stuff. Just do a few spots, but
What are you putting in now, just plain water, or?
It was just that cleaner again.
Oh, okay, yeah. It probably won't be any cleaner now, but yeah, that's fine. That cleaner's actually not a cleaner, it's a deodorizer.
nice.
Should handle it.
Mop to get around the very edges and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
No more time. Look upstairs and start smelling.
Nope. Haven't had a park. Digging the creek and the water and stuff there to the building. Well, at least when we get the septic tank and water line going over to the building.
60 camera back when we lost off the motorcycle.
Probably lost it.
Yeah, the pick truck. He was out riding around and lost it like 2-3 weeks ago. There's some young people found it. And his son saw the post on the sliding poles and so he got it back. We're not head. Oh, yeah. It's too big for head. Yeah, I've got a head strap and then I've got that little GoPro. And then on the front battery life, it'll be long enough.
Yeah.
You just get like an hour or two out of it.
Well, it looks like it's getting on the track.
Yeah, I think it is an hour, we're probably recording this thing.
I'll turn it on to 2 waters.
And it's just got a record button, so you just hit it and it speeds a couple times and starts and it's not real good.
You turn it on 2 waters.
Yep.
What do you 2 waters?
There's 1 water and there's 2 waters.
I guess it's more water. That's what it said in the video. What do you guys do now? Okay.
Some of that's just stuff just been stepped on so much. I had to strip the shit out of it back there.
Yes, there's there is a pole, a scraper on it, it's about that wide. You grab it,
You know, fill it up close to it.
see a tough spot like right here, scratch them out and then we just put them up. Of course, we'll have more mess down here, but the more we get up, the better we'll be.
I've had decent looking floors.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be fine. You get on the spot. Something like that right there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just put the pad over it and you pick up a little bit on the handle. Don't overdo it, but put a little more pressure on that front.
I've just got it on the scrub of water right now.
Oh, yeah, let's see, you got most of it. Yeah, good, that's good.
Things easy to use.
Yeah, it's pretty user friendly.
I was surprised.
Probably did you just empty the holding tank for real? Or did you empty the freshwater tank?
I just refilled the fresh water tank. He emptied the other tank.
Oh, it looks like it's strong enough to push it out the side. That's cleaner. That's why it's leaving the line, so just pull it up, not stuck in the phone really well.
What? No, I was just using the water in the scrub. I tried to leave water on the spot so we could actually vacuum it up. So
Does the money suit y'all? I just paid y'all $15 an hour after you look. Okay.
Yeah, we're all, I mean, yeah. The first day sucked, but the other 2 days weren't really anything special going on.
I hope you get over from the house and work this week, but it don't look like it's gonna happen, but hopefully next week. Y'all will help me film the work out at the house. Straightening and burning. That one little fire pit over there to the right of the building, kinda out in the field.
Yeah.
They had those tree stumps and shit in it, they dug them tree stumps out for me a while ago and smoothed all that out.
Nice.
Hey, where did you dump the sunflower seeds at the house?
All over back there.
We got flowers coming up,
Nice, that would be cool.
some yellow ones about that tall.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully I got some sunflowers coming up, that'd be cool. I got a bunch more if y'all want some.
Okay.
Just go back there.
I'll bring some out with me, throw them in the weedy area.
So they should spread in a couple of years, shouldn't they?
If you get a couple going, yeah.
Alright, we're on to our next rat killer.
Anything else you need from us today?
I don't think so. Hey, Cameron, grab that white thing and carry it out there and give it to Alvin.
Get the scrapper.
Scrapper, yep. Alright, so I'll see you later. I got our house book, you seen that?
Yeah.
Yes. We got all that done on it. We're good to go for that.
So we're driving out there, right?
What's that?
So we driving out there, right?
Yeah.
Is he already, we meet him out there, or
Huh?
we meet him out there, we all going out together?
No, we're all the way up together.
He was sending me pictures this morning of Yellowstone, so.
Yeah. Just gonna be the three of us. Kevin ain't going unless he can convince him to go.
Thought he was gonna quit and do the thing. But either way, it'll be a good time. Have to figure out what to take with us. Drum and stuff. See ya.
little version of the ride-on one at Walmart. I think it's the same company. What's going on, Tom? I appreciate it. If you see spots I'm missing, just point them out to me too. I'm trying to nail the grout line. So.
There, they got hit by one. Dude gets hit right in the ass.
I saw one dude was just laying there like staring at the camera, and they dropped a grenade and he fucking catches it and throws it. And then I saw another dude just lay there like this and just straight take it, like no fucks given, like he was done. He just composed, just
Stay still, make sure it gets a good shot on you.
yeah. Dude, those things are nasty.
Indians reversed all Pakistan and came to us, and looks like we cut the water to Pakistan.
Damn.
It looks like 70% of Pakistan's water runs through India first.
Oh man. That puts them in a bad fucking spot.
Yeah. So they've got a treaty and India revoked the water treaty
Why did they do that?
because of that terror attack yesterday.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, a bunch of jihadis run up on a, I don't even know what to call it, a little touristy place. They had like the little beach balls you can get in and roll down hills and like just different stuff like that. Looks like somewhere here that had like go-karts and mini golf and an alpine slide and
Yeah.
but yeah, run up there and rounded up a bunch of the dudes and pulled their pants down to check to see if they were circumcised or not and killed all the ones that were Hindi.
Wait. So would they be uncircumcised or circumcised?
Hindis are not circumcised. I guess Muslims are circumcised.
Huh.
Yeah.
More you know.
Makes sense. It all comes from Judaism. That's why we're all circumcised.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, they've got fighter jets, they've got all of the cool toys.
Pakistan does too, they've got fighters.
What?
Pakistan does too, but yeah, they're not doing fighters.
Okay. What?
Pakistan's got 75 F-16s.
Oh, shit.
We got some Chinese fighters. I mean, they got several hundred planes.
It looks a lot better than it did when we come in. That's for sure. I think I might even feel comfortable eating my breakfast down here. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go grab that real quick because I'm starting to get hungry. Hey, sit down and jump. Oh, a lot better downstairs, that's for sure. Hello. Gotta get some breakfast in real quick. How are y'all doing today? What you got planned? We're gonna let the floor dry and see what needs work. I'll tell you one thing, getting all these damn nails out's gonna suck.
Out of the studs.
Yeah. Half of them are screws, half of them are nails. The floor looks 10 times better though. Shit.
Yep.
So what made the driver's license thing such a mess?
I think they closed a bunch of offices down
Oh.
and, yeah, did several counties.
They did that back a couple years ago, didn't they?
I think that's when they started it, but yeah, I don't know exactly why it's so bad all of a sudden.
I want to go take my motorcycle permit again so I can actually get my license, but not waiting in a line like that.
I think you can make an appointment.
She said she was trying to call, but no one would answer. She said she was going to have to travel to Henderson, Kentucky to get hers.
And what's up by Owensboro?
She said the next nearest place after that's 4.5 hours away. And obviously that's something that's got to be done in Kentucky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Are other states going through the same thing, or is it just us?
No, I'm sure it's just something we've done.
Oh, it was good. Thank you, baby. It smells a lot better down here, too. Ugh. Don't you growl at me.
I wasn't.
It's a white street. Well. Hey, I feel better. I mean, that makes sense too. This was one of the worst parts of the room. I'm gonna hit right here real quick.
one room alone is about the square footage of my house. It's gonna be a little bit smaller, but.
Can you go fill me up the water, please, sir? Yeah, can I get some more? Yeah, we're basically just the suds.
Just water.
Yeah. I think there's enough suds in there for formula.
Probably.
Maybe a little bleach. Hi everybody. What's going on, PH? Hopefully you're having a great day. I'm just here trying to get this floor clean. There was hella stuff on it. Ton of drywall dust. It's been a big old mess. This is what we were gutting last weekend. I appreciate the likes. Y'all are awesome. I guess you already left. That's okay. I understand. It's a boring stream. But it's what we do to feed our kids. So part of it, at least. Hi, everybody. Did you put a splash of bleach in it?
Yep.
Can you? It might help with the smell down here, I'm thinking. There's still a couple spots here in the corner of a couple of these tiles I noticed. Don't get that on you. Stain of shit.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to get a manual mop down here to hit the edges and stuff anyways.
Surprised this battery's still going on this thing. But yeah, honestly, I do think we got most of the smell from down here. Where I keep catching wafts of like upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm hoping hitting it this other way might just get up some of the remaining spots. I think that's paint. I don't know what the hell that is. think that's about got it. Better draw up one more time. See what we're working with. Love you. I guess we just sit and watch it dry now. Are they jumping over? Maybe pull that fence back away from. Yeah. They're getting up on that one thing and jumping over. We probably just need to pull the fence away from that a little bit. Maybe go around the tree. I don't know. I hate to do that to the kids, but. Oh, you moved the fence or the little barn thing? They can hop that high without wings? That's crazy. Hell, just make sure they got plenty of food on the one side. Because, I mean, they're food driven mostly. Oh. I'd be careful not to shock myself. Stuck my wrist to the outlet that's just hanging out. Trying to get me. That makes sense. Did you throw out the scraps yet? That's a badass machine. I like that thing. That thing works really well. Well, I don't know then. Hell yeah. They need to get off our grass seed. I want some grass back there. That'd be nice. I guess it's been nice without it too, not having to worry about mowing it, but it'd feel good on my feet. What was it, bluegrass that's back there? For the, yeah. Hopefully the chickens don't eat it all up again. And this floor looks a lot better. You remember what it looked like before. Now you can actually see the texture on the tile and stuff. Looking a lot better. It was a fucking mess back there too. We're still gonna have to spray down the walls and do all that. Spray the studs. But we're getting there. Chart, that's probably a good idea. Oh. It says it's got a 2-hour battery life, and I probably about ran that dry. working. I didn't want to get too close to these nails and they hang up and fucking rip that hose out or something. That scares me.
We need a shot back in the manual mop to scrub brush. Yeah, finish up the.
Okay, we got most of the shoots out from up here. Looking pretty good. Yeah, he's here.
Who's that?
Nice. Nita. She was like, oh shit, hello, other person. But yeah, I think we're about to pack up and get out of here. I think I'll probably stop in and change my clothes, but I don't think I'm gonna shower till later. I really need to get back in there. Got some shit on my bench in the fridge. Casey's there, right? Yep. Look. Laundry jobs. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop off here and start heading to the shop. So I might end up going live later tonight. We'll see. I don't know. If I get some people in here, I can talk, but just coming up with stuff on my own ain't really it for me. But yeah, let me see how charged my phone is. Just tell me how charged. 43%. Alright. Y'all have a good day. If I don't see you later, have a good night as well. And later.